I haven't been in that relationship for 2 years, but that is my children's father. So being out of the relationship, you still have to deal with your kids and all that. And I recently got hit on the highway with my car. So I lost my car and everything. So I'm stuck in a town where I don't have any family or friends or anything. And so I had to count on him to like drive me and the kids around like to the store and shit if I needed food. And so that car argument was recent just due to that. But I'm not in the relationship, but unfortunately, I still have to deal with his ass. So not for long, because we're going to do what we have to do so we don't ever have to deal with it again. If you know what I mean. I can't say much. And yeah, so soon, if he tries that shit, it ain't gonna fly. But thank you for asking. Yeah. I am scrambling. I'm trying to figure things out. But I take it day by day, I'm working on, there's two sides to every story. That's 100%. But my side's my side. My side is the side because I don't lie. Any story that I tell about me and him is always the truth. Like, even if I did something wrong, and I'm gonna tell you guys something. This is what's really messed up about narcissism. Like, what happened before the video and what happened? I can't remember word for word, but we were driving to go DoorDash because he was helping me to DoorDash so I could make some money so I could get a new car so I don't have to rely on him on a car. Again, because I'm stuck in a town that I have no family or friends because I've been trying to fight to go to where my family is, which is only an hour and a half. And I tried to compromise with him. I said, yo, just give me 1 year because my mom is able to give me her Airbnb. She has a three bedroom, 2-bath Airbnb with a fenced in backyard. And she was gonna let me rent it out for $1,200 a month, bro. Where do you find that now? Nowhere. So he just kept telling me no, and he kept trying to twist the story that I was trying to take his kids and all that. I was like, really? Because we could bring out the receipts right now. Because all I've been doing all year and a half is trying to compromise with you. And that's how narcissists are. Every single time that you try and compromise and you try and do the right thing, they just, because they don't, like, narcissists are never really done with you. So once you're done with them, they're gonna pull out all the stops to try and come at you, to try and stop you, to try and whatever. And then they manipulate the situation and they make it seem like it's something that is not to everybody else. So to everybody else, everyone else thinks, oh, he's done with me, he ain't doing shit, we don't even talk. But what's really going on is big ass manipulation, gaslighting, a whole bunch of shit. And that's just what's been going on. So he stalks my social media all the time. So he knows everywhere I'm at, everything I'm doing, bro. Do you know how weird that is? First of all, that's fucking weird. When you break up with somebody, dunzo, block. You don't look at people's shit. That's fucking weird. And then you also know how weird and how scary that is for me, that this motherfucker knows where I'm at all the time, bro. When I'm in Miami, he's texting me, oh, I'm not gonna help you anymore. I'm not gonna do this and do that because you're fucking doing this and doing that. Assuming that I'm doing stuff when I'm with my cousins who know my situation that pay for my shit. So like I kept getting no help all year, like on and off. I mean, like he'll say, oh, okay, no, trying to, get on my good side to get in my, and then when it didn't work, when he saw like, oh, I'm not doing it, then he got, oh, okay, then I'm not gonna help you anymore. So anyways, back to the other story. Yeah, there are two sides, but anyways, we were driving to go DoorDash, and then there was a cup in the car. And I'm sorry, but I don't care if you're not with somebody, especially the father of my kids. If I see something, I'm gonna ask. Because if you have I don't care that you have a new bitch, but I wanna make sure somebody else isn't around my kids that I don't know. And I've always told them, I said, listen, if you have somebody new, don't tell me. Stay with that person. Don't tell me nothing. I don't want to know about that person. Because at the end of the day, even if I tell you I don't like that girl, you're still going to date her. So why am I going to get mad and take myself out of my energy just to fight about you being with some other bitch? I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, that's how done I've been. Like, every single time we break up, I'm done. Anyways, so then I asked him, I literally just said, oh, whose cup is that? And then he was like, literally flipped out immediately. Like, I don't know why. Like, you guys don't understand how narcissist is. I didn't provoke nothing, and I don't care. Even if you ask a question like that, you do not. Exactly, the back and forth is over. No matter what questions you ask, you don't fucking react like that. Like, that's what's blowing my mind, bro. Blowing my mind in the comment section. Bro, that's why I'm going so hard on this awareness, because look how many people think that's normal. Look how many people be like, oh, well, what did you do to him? What's the other side? There is no other side. There is no reason to ever speak to somebody like that. Man to women and woman to man. Like, it's crazy. So anyways, he just immediately said, what the fuck, that cup is fucking been there. What the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, I said something like, oh, I don't know why you think you could talk to me like that or whatever. And then he said, well, go ahead and go fucking find better like you say you can, right? You say you have all these men that treat you better, right? And I was like, yeah, actually, there are men that have treated me better. You're right. And then he flipped out. And then he flipped out even more because he had already flipped out. And then that's when he started cursing at me like that. So I'm sorry, no. If he's going to come at me with a smart-ass comment talking about, oh, you have all these men. You damn right. You damn right. You damn right that I can go and fucking, I have plenty of guy friends that would love to be my man. The difference is that I'm not out there. I'm not out there looking for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing me. I'm working on me. And that's that. But the fact that he wants to curse at me and talk to me like that and trying to say, like, oh, go find that man. You damn right I will. You damn right. Because I am not going to be stuck in a fucking relation, even a co-parent relationship with somebody who fucking talks to me like that. You're literally psychotic. Thank you, Ash, for the likes. Thank you. Get someone better. 100%, bro. 100%. So that's the side. And I literally, when I tell you, first of all, this is how much I've changed. Because older me, when he spoke to me like that, I would fucking go crazy, bro. I would have went crazy. I would have grabbed that cup and probably threw it at his ass. But I'm not that. I don't do that no more. And you see, there's the truth. You see how my side is the side? Because I always tell the truth. I don't care how bad it makes me look, because at the end of the day, that's not who I am anymore. And that's the best. Those are the best people to advocate for things like this, that will admit, yo, actually, his abuse, that narcissistic abuse, made me flip out. But we need to be smarter as humans and think, same girl, but I've calmed down a lot. Hell yeah, bro. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, we take ourselves out of our own, vibrational energy. Us as women, we're magical creatures, magical. And unfortunately, we've let these men take us out of our power. And I've learned that this year. And I don't ever in my life will ever allow a man to take me out of my power again. Ever, bro. When I tell you Zen is Zen, it is Zen. Like, you talk to me like that, I'm laughing. The other day he was saying some shit, and I literally was just on the phone like, okay, are you done? I literally said, are you done? Oh, okay. And then I went on my rant. And who stayed shut? Him. Because I'm right. I'm always right. Is what she says versus he says. Well, I have plenty of videos to show. That was just one of them. I have like 20 others. I have text messages, receipts, but I don't need to prove myself to anybody at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, I know the truth. He knows the truth. His family knows the truth, but they try to pretend. And my family and friends really know the truth because they've even seen it. We've literally been in a situation, my ex-best friend, and we're not friends anymore because of the shit that he was doing. Me and my ex-best friend one time, we had a girls' night or whatever, and her husband went to like his family's house in Tennessee. I don't even know where. And me and her, I stayed at her house. Bro, she has 3 kids. Me and her, I stayed at her house with her 3 kids. And we didn't even go out. We just had a girls' night inside. We watched movies, whatever. And the next day, I went back home, and me and my ex, we got into whatever argument from his shit. And then he was like, oh, yeah? Watch this. And then he goes and calls my best friend at 3 in the morning, people. 3 in the morning. Talking all this shit. Like, you're literally raising her voice at her, cursing at her. And then he was like, let me speak to your husband. Let me speak to your husband. So she gives him the phone to her husband. And then he was like, oh, yeah, just so you know, Jeanette, or I can't say her name, my bad. Jeanette and her were, Jeanette and your wife, they had men over there and they were fucking these men in your house, blah, 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 blah. Bro, lies. Because even that night I had stories on what we were doing. We were sitting on the couch, making dinner, making cookies, putting the kids to bed, watching movies. And he literally tried to ruin somebody else's family for his fucking psychoticness. Why don't you post other videos? Because I don't need to prove anything to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, another thing, I didn't post those videos to try and expose anybody. I posted it because a few weeks ago, he did something to me, and I'm not ready to tell that story just yet, but he did something to me that was really, really, really fucked up, like really fucked up. And it was like probably the biggest betrayal he's ever done, because he knows that I'm not crazy. He knows it's him that does this shit to me. And again, it's called, when you react to abuse, it's called reactive abuse. Nobody owes you anything. Exactly. Thank you. But you only showing your side. Okay? Like I said, my side is the side because I don't lie. So anyways, I'm done with that. So he did that, bro. In what reality is it okay to do something like that? To call somebody's friend at 3 in the morning and spread lies saying that they did something with other men to their husband to ruin another person's family, bro? You know, that's crazy. Go ask him what side he, exactly. Thank you, Ash. You could get exactly. Thank you. Stop being rude, respect or leave. Thank you. Like, keep scrolling, bro, because ain't nobody, I'm not arguing, like, I'm not gonna be arguing with nobody about this stuff and who's right and what's true and what's not. You want to ask him, go ask him. He's gonna lie. He's gonna lie, or he might tell you the truth. Narcissists are so egotistic that they will literally be like, yeah, and he literally told me the other day, I was like, you know that you're not gonna be able to be in a relationship like this, right? You know that the rest of your life you're gonna spend it alone, because no woman is gonna put up with this, none, ever. And if they do, whatever woman that stays with you for the rest of their life, they're miserable and they're cheating on you and they're doing everything in the books and they're just a weak ass, I'm sorry for other women who are, you know, I want to be motivated for other women, but a weak ass pick me bitch. That's what you're gonna end up with. Sorry. And you know what he said to me? He said, let me explain something to you. I'm never gonna change. That's what you don't understand about me. I'm gonna be who I am always. I'm never gonna change. And whoever wants to be with me needs to accept me for who I am, or they could leave. I'm good being alone. How can you compete with something like that? How? You can't. You gotta leave the relationship. And the only reason I stayed for so long was because every time he came back, he told me the same. I'm sorry. I realized, oh, my anger. I gotta work on my anger. I gotta go to counseling. I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel about this woman narcissist. Yeah, bro. Like, women can be narcissists too. My mom is a narcissist, and I dealt with her my whole life. She was also one that when I cried, bro, she didn't care. You know, and that's why I'm going so hard on this too, because as parents, we need to realize that we affect our kids so much. And, you know, if only my mom knew, like, this is how life works, right? Everything you put out comes back. So if you don't learn your lessons as an adult for your kids, you're going to see your karma in your kids going through it. And that's what my mom failed to realize is, you know, because I didn't, and again, it's not her fault anymore, because me as an adult now, when you're an adult and you see it and you understand what's going on, now it's your job to fix it. So it's not her fault anymore, because I figured it out and I'm fixing it. But you know, before I knew what was going on, because I had those unhealed wounds from my mom's emotional neglect. Again, my mom was an amazing mom. I want everyone to always know that. I don't want to badmouth my mom, but I do have to tell these stories in order for people to relate. So because my mom was emotionally neglectful to me, in that way, only when we fought, not if I actually was crying. Like, if something happened to me, or like if I was crying because of a boy at school, she was always there for me. But if it was an argument between me and her, she wouldn't care. And I ended up with someone like that because I had those unhealed wounds that I had to fix. So that last relationship brought all of those wounds out for me to look at. But again, honestly, until narcissism started coming out on TikTok and the shadow workbook that I found last year, bro, I had no idea what I was going through inside internally. I had no idea what battles I was facing, going back and forth in my mind, going crazy, thinking like, what am I doing wrong? Why isn't this relationship working out? Why isn't it fixing? Why isn't it that? Long and behold, one, it was never my fault because he's a narcissist abuser. And two, the part that was my fault was that I had all these unhealed wounds that I didn't heal yet. So my biggest goal is to raise awareness in those aspects where people don't understand and why they're battling so much mentally, you know, or emotionally. Where these unhealed wounds could be coming from. And also, guys, I am going to be starting a coaching session with my coaching partner, Pamela. She has a degree she's in school right now, and she has a degree in psychology she has a bachelor's degree in psychology, and she's still going to school. She's about to get her master's. So we know what we're talking about. She's also been through a narcissistic relationship. It's growth. That's right, Jaden. It's growth. That's right. Um, why was I in the truck? No, it was, I don't know, you missed that part. Cause my car, I got hit in the highway about, was it 2 months ago? And my car was done. So I'm in a town right now where it's only him and his family that live in this town. I moved up here years ago when we have moved everywhere back and forth, but we ended up here again, and I don't have family or friends. I have nobody here. Literally, my mom is an hour and a half away. My cousin's an hour and a half away. Everyone's mad far. So I've been fighting with him to let me go, like as a compromise, to Melbourne for a year, because my mom has a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a fenced-in backyard. She was gonna let me rent it for $1,200 a month, bro, and for as long as I needed. And I told him, I said, yo, give me a year. Just give me a year with the kids. Let me transfer the kids to the school over there, and you can have them every single weekend. Or if you want to move out there for the year, we can still go 50-50. Bro, I'm a fair parent. Like, I'm a fair co-parent. I'm not one of these bitches that want to keep the kids and da-da-da. Bro, give me my 50. Yes, give me my 50. I need that. And not only that, the kids need their father. You know what I mean? Kids need their father. So I'm not like that. But anyways, he didn't want to, because he knew that meant, like, it's done. He has no control over me at all. Like, before I had a job, I lost that job because of everything I was going through, and my calls were shit. And he won't take accountability for that. I'm like, the reason I lost my job was because you served me to go to court, because I told you that I had to go because you didn't want to help me with the rent for 2 months or 3 months. I said 3 months max. But I said, if you could just help me with these 2 months, and I asked, the first month was only $300 I asked for. The second month was half of the rent. And then I said, yo, I've been door dashing. I've been working extra. Next month I should have the money full, and I shouldn't need it for the rest of the year. Bro, he told me no. And you know why he told me no? Because then when I got technically evicted, but not really, because it was willingly left, and I went to the Airbnb, then he served me as if I was purposely trying to take the kids from him, and I wasn't. And that's all in text messages. Which, like, that he can't lie about that. So that's, if you guys saw that court video, you could lie to everybody else, baby, but you can't lie to the courts. So, then he calls the landlords when I had moved to Melbourne, and told them, oh, can I keep renting the house from you? So he didn't help me on purpose, so that he could sneakily go behind my back, call the landlords to be able to stay with this house. So then we were going through court I was trying to get my kids transferred, but because I wasn't going through court about abuse, it was strictly just custody. The judge had to rule it where Mason was already in the school in here in this town. So so the judge said, he even looked at me, and I could tell that he was telling me this like as in, like, look at me. This is very temporary decision. I just have to make the decision because it's the way it's going legally. So I'm going to have Mason stay in the school for the rest of the year because it's halfway through. But we will revisit and whatever. And I'll look at the whole case. So the rest of the year, this was starting in January. The rest of this year, January to now, I have been trying to be a very civil co-parent and not go with abuse, because I don't want to do that. I didn't want to have to do that. That's not my story. Like, I mean, it is my story, but I didn't mean to say that. That was not the route I want to go. I don't want to expose anybody. To be honest, I didn't want my story out there. I didn't want people to victimize me, because I don't victimize myself. Like, I'm not a victim of my reality. This happened for me, for me to grow. Look at the woman I am now. But also because I knew it was going to cause a lot more conflict, a lot more abuse, because, again, to narcissists, once you're done for real, they pull out all the stops, bro, and they'll make your life hell, so you stop. And I've went through the court process many times, and I've cut it many times. So he doesn't believe me anymore. He's like, yeah, whatever. He even has a fake account on my Instagram that's blah, blah, blah. And the picture is Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fighting. And whatever the title is, it has his pin, his debit card pin in it. And I'm like, bro, I know it's you. And, like, that's how immature he is. But anyways, so then if you guys saw the pictures of my finger, look, I can't crack it. Like, that shit hurts, bro. And look, that's my favorite thing to do every day. And I can't even do my middle one. And this was 2 months ago already, bro, and it's not even fully healed. And look, it left a scar too. So when that happened, I still was like, all right, let me still try and civilly like convince him, let me go to Melbourne. And how old are you two of you? Yeah, no, I'm 29, he's 35. Can you believe that? 35-year-old man, yeah. So then it was something that recently happened that I said I'll tell you guys that story soon. I'm just not ready to tell it yet. I just want to go through everything that has to happen before I tell that story. And when that happened, I was like done. I was like, you know what? This is coming out. Because prior to what he recently did to me that was really fucked up, I reached out to his family, everybody. I texted everybody and I said, look what's going on. This isn't a joke anymore. This is serious. You guys don't believe me. You guys didn't believe me for years. I never told acting like a child. Exactly, Ash. Exactly. Even just saying the truth can drive them nuts, and sometimes it needs to be done. They won't stop, for real. Yo, for real. It's crazy. So, because he's such a good manipulator, his family, and I'm also sure that his last ex, she was probably a very amazing woman, and he's a piece of shit. I don't think that she was as feisty as I am. Like, you know how there are some women that they'll speak up, but they don't like, yo, don't fucking talk to me like that. I think she was like that. She was more on the calm side. So, and I don't think she ever told his family, because although his mom could have lied to me, his mom told me that they never fought or anything. Like, as far as the family knowing, they didn't fight. But when I first met him, we were together for like a few months already. I went through his phone and I saw a message from when they broke up 4 years prior, and her message said word for word exactly what I was going through. And still I didn't click it at that time. This was 8 years ago. And the text message said, you know, like, I feel like everything just fell apart and blah, blah, blah. And the 4 years that we just had just got thrown away because he was cheating. And she had found the messages and she slapped him. And then he packed his bags and left that day, supposedly. I don't even believe that fucking story. I think she probably left his ass. So, she was like, you know, every time that you're mad at me, you know, every time that we fight, you don't want to talk to me for like days and 4 days at a time, and it makes me feel like you don't love me. When I read that, I was like, oh my God, he does that to me. He does that to me. I feel the exact same way. So that was confirmation for me that, oh, okay, it's just who he is. But anyways, I went on a rant off of one question about why was I in the truck. I was in the truck because of that, because I lost my car and I'm in a town where I'm alone. And so he was helping me DoorDash so that I could make some money to be able to buy a car. I just wanted to get, like, bro, even a $2,000 car, like, and I haven't been able to do that. Why? It's called financial abuse. So narcissists use financial abuse to the T. And because he knows that I'm in financial need right now, he's using it to his advantage. And, like, it's really crazy. So I'm only praying that everything works out in my favor and I get to go to Melbourne where my family is. Daddy issues. Cosmic, I'm about to block your ass, bro. Unless you're talking about his daddy issues, then we talking. Because his dad was actually an alcoholic for 20 years, and that's confirmation from his family. Daddy issues, not me, honey, because my dad is amazing. My dad is amazing. When I tell you my dad is a definition of my stand, like where I keep my standards for men. My dad, with his wife now, because my parents are divorced, due to my mom being a narcissist, my dad, I went to visit him last summer. When I tell you that my dad walks out his wife to his car every single day that she has to go to work, when it was raining one morning, he walked out and put the umbrella over her and let himself get wet while he was walking her to the car. Can you believe that? That's a man. That is a man. So, no, stop. So yeah, that's where we're at. Like I said, I've tried to avoid it, but that's it. So now that it's about abuse, this shit's serious. It's not a joke anymore. And I'm going mad hard. My ex and the girl he cheated on me with drug my Jeep, drag Jeep down the road with his truck. Wait. They dragged you? My ex and the girl he cheated on me with. Oh, dragged my Jeep. Oh, dragged your Jeep down the road with his truck. Like he connected his truck to your Jeep? Of course, Penn State, you're probably on his side because you're a narcissist abuser too. Aww. You should go to therapy and get help. Aww. Weirdos. Yeah, man. So that was a good rant. I like this, guys. Thank you guys for helping me get more vocal on live. Yelp with a tow rope. Got a call from the cops. He left it in the middle of the road. Nah. Was your Jeep okay though? Wow, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, one time he broke in my he kicked in my car door. But granted, prior to that, it was something that he was doing verbally, emotionally, and mentally abusing me. Again, this was years ago when I would react and go crazy. I went looking for him wherever he went down the road, and when I found him, he was like talking to me. He was saying a whole bunch of fucked up shit. And I threw something, but I didn't mean to hit the glass, and it like broke his black back glass of his truck. So he got out of his truck and then kicked in my door, my car door. Bro, it's crazy, bro. I will never in my life let somebody take me out of character like that. It's crazy. Yeah, I got it back, had to pay all the tow. And he cried to me saying he was sorry. Bro, yo, why do they, it's so weird. Why do they, how are you able to do stuff like that and then say sorry and cry about it? Cause now it's my turn to say go cry in the corner by yourself, bitch, right? Yo, that's crazy. So you Jaden, you never went to court or anything about that? Try to get those bills covered? Hey, thanks for the follow and the likes, guys. Yeah, when that happened to my car, I did like a insurance fraud thing, and it worked. I don't know if I should have said that. Oh man. Eddie, yo, it's Eddie. Thank you. When I'm done with someone, I just block them and everything. Like, bye. Exactly. Talk all you want. Exactly, bro. I'm like that too. Like, and I never understood people, but it's more women in my world that I hear. Like my friends, they look at their ex's profile and they're like, oh yeah, I saw him do this and this with this bitch and and I'm like, why? Why are you doing that to yourself? Like, out of sight, out of mind, bro. I don't want to see nothing. And the only reason why one time I found out that he was like, I had saw something with some bitch and it was just a distraction. He came running back to me again. Was because she had looked, she went on my profile because they were sitting around in a circle talking shit like little children. And bitches like that, bro, those are the weak ass bitches that I'm talking about. If a man is talking about his ex and you guys are sitting around in a circle looking at her profile, that man is not over his ex. I hope you know that, you dumb bitch. So she went on my profile looking at my story and I saw it. And then I wrote her and I was like, do me a favor. Since you and him are so happy, there's absolutely no reason that you need to look at mine and my man's profile, even though I wasn't with a man that time. But I was talking to somebody. And, right? Okay, weirdo. And then I blocked her. Nah, I ain't like that. Probably should have trusted he would pay it when he said he would. Right, but he didn't, right? Exactly, bro. That's not, because I'm not like that either, bro. I don't like court. There's no reason I have to go through court. There's so many compromises to be done. But unfortunately, with people like that, you have to. We live in a small town too, so we run into each other all the time. I just think he's more pathetic now. Yeah, bro. Damn, I'm sorry you have to live in a small town. It's funny because I've always wanted to live in a small town. Like one of those where on the sidewalk they have like the light post and all that. And now I'm glad I don't, because I would probably run into him all the time. Crazy 6 years don't know someone. For real, bro. I've known him for 8 years now, and I have no idea who this man is. Like, right now, supposedly, so 2 weeks ago, he told me this house was gonna be taken. Oh, I forgot that part of the story. After the judge told that my son had to stay for the rest of the school year, from January to now, I stayed in Melbourne, but what's it called? But I wasn't able to get my kids to school on my half, so we were still going 50-50, but because I was an hour and a half away and I was working full-time from home, I wasn't able to get my son to school. So my lawyer was telling me, yo, whatever you have to do, be able to get your son to school on your week, because then it's gonna look the time if you're not gonna go, like, because I didn't want to go about abuse. She was like, if you're not gonna go with this case about abuse, then you're gonna have to it's gonna favor him, because right now it's showing that he has majority custody, even though it wasn't favored like that legally. It was just that because I couldn't get him to school, literally. And I was like, all right, so what do I do? Because I only had them on the weekend. And then we found out he was willing to go to fucking trial. I was like, bro, we can compromise. And I found out that trial was going to be anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000. And what's funny is, if I would have kept going with the case, I would have won, because he ended up losing his lawyer. That's how life works. When you try and do dirt to somebody on purpose and try and hurt them on purpose, it's not going to work in your favor, sweetheart. So I was like, all right, well, we're not going to go to trial, and I'm not going to go, because if you don't go through trial, then it's going to be months dragged out through court. And I was like, I can't be without my kids for months. Like only seeing them on the weekend, not happening. So I called him. I was like, yo, this is the only thing that I can think of to resolve our issue. And I know it's going to suck, because I don't want to be in the same house as you, but that was actually my house that you took from me. So I'm like, all right, how about this? Let me stay there for a month. I'll sleep in the kids' room. That's it. Don't even talk to me. I'm not gonna ask you where you're at. You don't ask me where I'm at, and that's it for 1 month. I'm gonna stack up my money, and I'm gonna get a place out here so we don't have to go through court, and that's it. That's literally the only reason why we were going through court, was just because I wanted to be near my family, because he doesn't help me in this town. So he told me, yeah, whatever, we did it, whatever. But of course, come on, you know how toxic that's gonna be? Of course, even if we tried our hardest to not, make it hostile and whatever it was. So that's what's been happening. I've been here, and then I lost my car by getting hit on the highway. And so I got stuck here longer. So now I've been here for 3 months. 4. It was since March, April, May, June, July. So 4 months now. And in 4 months, imagine if he wouldn't have stopped helping me DoorDash. Imagine if he would have actually consistently helped me in what I needed financially. Me and him would be financially separate with no ties together. But why do they do that? Why do narcissists do that? Because they want the financial abuse. They want the control. When they know you're done, they want to control you in any way. And right now, he can't control me emotionally anymore. He can't control me mentally anymore, because I know all of his games. And I tell him straight up, every time he does something, I'm like, oh, you're gaslighting me. Oh, you're manipulating me. Oh, I know what game, I know what this is. Oh, I know what this means. And so the only way he can control me right now, financially. And then guess what? So he told me that he was going to get rid of this house. He's been trying to kick me out, right? Trying to kick me out. I'm like, so where am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to go? I don't go. Fucking figure it out. They love that control, for real. Oh, okay, figure it out. How am I going to figure it out? I don't know. Go to your family. Oh, okay, so can I take the kids and transfer them? Nope. Oh, I can't take the kids and transfer them. Oh, but you want me to figure it out? Oh, okay, that makes so much sense. That makes so much fucking sense. Okay, so then he's like, if you're not going to leave, I'm just going to get rid of the house. So now he's getting rid of it. So now he's not going to renew the lease. He told me 2 weeks ago that it was going to get taken on Thursday. Thursday rolls around. He's like, I'm going to be there Thursday to take all this shit out. You better be gone. What is he doing? He's just trying to manipulate me to get out. Oh, okay. I said, yeah, okay. If this was older me, I would have been flipping out on the phone. What the fuck are you talking about? How are you going to leave me on the street? Why would you do that? Now, oh, you're going to get rid of the house? Okay. Click. You want to know why? Because I'm good with or without the outcome. I'll be all right. And when he sees that, bro, now it's like weird to him. So Thursday rolls around, he comes here, and I forgot why he came here, to get something or whatever. And I was like, oh, didn't you say you were gonna take all the stuff out today? And then he's like, oh, well, technically, no, he was like, actually, it's gonna be Saturday, so make sure that you're gone by Saturday, because I'm gonna take it all out. Oh, it's Saturday now? Oh, okay, no problem. I sat here, kept making my videos. I didn't trip out. I had a sense of calm because I knew, I was like, he ain't go. Back then, I would have stopped my social media. I would have been going, scrambling. What am I gonna do? Oh my God, calling everybody. Nope. I sat still, meditated, kept doing my projects, following my passion and my dreams and my purpose. And guess what? This Saturday rolled around. Was he anywhere to be found? No. Then he said the weekend. I just gotta take it out by the weekend. Oh, well, yesterday was Sunday. Did he roll around? Nope. Oh, today's Monday. And then he's like, so I asked him when Saturday rolled around, I was like, so when is the house actually gonna be taken? And he was like, technically, I have the house until the end of the month. But I'm taking everything out this weekend, which was this past weekend. So now, we have the house until the end of the month, which is Thursday. It would have to be gone. Let's see if that's true. And I told him, I was like, I know you're lying. And then he sent me a screenshot of the landlord showing him how much he was gonna pay. Showing him how much he was gonna pay, and that what am I thinking about? Oh, and then he didn't show like his reply to the landlord. So he told me, I can't afford. Excuse me, I can't afford that. So I'm not gonna renew the lease. So you're gonna have to figure it out. And he's gone, by the way, guys. He doesn't live here anymore. He left. Well, when he did what he did to me about 2 months ago, was it 2 months? Or a month ago? It's only been a month. Not even. It's only been 2 weeks. Oh my God, my mind. Bro, that's how fucking much I'm going through, bro. I don't even know what day it is, bro. So 2-3 weeks ago, whatever he did, he's been gone since then. Thank the Lord. Supposed to be at his mom's house. So yo, if he would get me a car, right? And I said a cheap ass car. I said $2,000. Just give me $2,000 car, bro. I would DoorDash right now every single day, all day, until I'm able to make the money to be able to keep this place. But he won't let me do that. You know why? Again, financial control. Because if that happens, that's it. He has no control over me. I get the house. I get my mental sanity back. I get to have a car, and I get to make money off of my car, and I get to continue doing my social media and all of my projects that I have not stopped doing. Everything that I've been doing lately, he hasn't seen this side of me. So he's like, what is this? Because I hit you with this, I hit you with this, and I hit you with this. And you still up? You still won't give up? Yeah, bro. I'll be sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Did you leave him? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 2 years ago. Sorry, I did tell a whole story. I'm sorry if you missed it, but I'll repost this. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna start putting my lives on YouTube. So if you guys want to recap this live and hear the whole story on why I'm still in this house, why we are still financially in this cycle of financial control abuse from a narcissist, I'll put it on live. But I've left him. Yeah. So all I'm doing now is taking it day by day. If Thursday rolls around and the house is really gone and he really comes and takes everything by Wednesday, all right, I'm gonna up and go to my mom's house, and that's it. Or my grandma. I think I'm gonna go to my grandma. Well, I know I can't go to my mom's. Me and my mom aren't talking right now, actually, because of her narcissistic ass. That's a whole other story. My mom is like that. Your mom is like that? Like she's a narcissist? No, I have to cut all ties or else it will never end. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And trust me, bro, I've never been one to like... He makes it seem to his family and his friends and everybody that I depended on him. Or like, you know, even not being together, that I only depend on him. No, that's not the truth. I only depended on me. It was just that there were moments where I had to depend on him because, for example, my work from home job that I got, I had to wait 2 months to get that job. So in the meantime, I was working on my social media, and I'm like, let me put all of my effort into this while I have the time. So when my job rolls around, I have everything scheduled out. Well, it didn't work out like that because he made me go through a whole bunch of shit. Dang, Ashley, I'm sorry. You have a mom too that's like that, man. This world is something else. Well, hopefully, you know, I've sent my mom. You know what's funny about my mom? I started sending her narcissist videos because her husband is a narcissist, but he's not violent, at least, and he doesn't verbally abuse her. Because at least him, when my mom tells her, don't talk to me like that. Her husband's like, you know, he respects her, but he's a narcissist in all the other ways. And she started opening her eyes up to narcissism, and she saw that she has some narcissistic traits. So she was like, I think that we all have narcissistic traits, but it doesn't mean that we're narcissists. I said, Mother, you're right, but it depends on what trait. Because if you have no empathy, if you can look at me and your children and have no empathy when we cry over our arguments, that's a narcissist, my friend. They calculated, it's crazy, 100%. 100% OMG, girl. It's crazy out here, guys, but all right, let me get back to my workout. That was a great rant. For those of you who want to see the recap, I will put it on YouTube. I will start doing that. That's actually a good idea that came to my head, and the full story will be on there if you guys want to recap on that. Also, my podcast is on my YouTube, ULRL, Unlearning Relearning, where we're gonna be unlearning all of the bad habits and traits and everything that we were indoctrinated to know since we were born, and relearning healthier mindsets, learning what narcissism is, learning about manifesting. We're gonna have Bible talks where we're gonna be breaking down everything, and I'm gonna show you guys how everything ties together. So right now I only have one episode on there, and it is a little blurry. Bear with me. I'm gonna have the edited, good quality version up there next week with part 2. Part 2 is gonna be a full breakdown of my story, even more broken down than this one, because this was just a January to now update. So I'm gonna give you guys a full breakdown on everything, all the stories I went through with his family, how his brother was in my face disrespecting me, calling me a worthless piece of shit, and he did nothing. I'm gonna tell you guys everything. So yeah, keep stay tuned. I do have, for now, if you guys want to check out my shop, I have some shapewear on there. They are more, it's Colombian fajas. If you guys see some of my prior videos, I'll actually make a highlight on I'll make highlights on TikTok and on my Instagram, showing you guys the shapewear. But basically, they're shapewear that you can wear under your clothes, just to shape your body for clothes, but you can also wear them to work out. And today I'm actually going to show a before and after picture of before I started using the faja while working out, and till now, what I've worked out and how it's, yeah. All right, let me get off here before I keep rambling. If you guys want to check that out, the link is in my bio. I have a whole bunch of other stuff on there if you guys want to check that out. I have the self-improvement books, the shadow workbook, guys, that saved me from this narcissistic abuse. Like, it really healed my childhood wounds, and that book did wonders. So if you guys want to check that out, it is in my TikTok shop as well. And again, yeah, have a great day, guys. Me and my kids are going to be at the pool later, so if you guys want to hit that notification button to get notified when we go on, and we're going to have a party at the pool today. Love you guys. Bye.